Manly running from left to right, and Balmain guarding the Randwick end. Gartner, he made his name in rugby league playing for the Eagles. Lyons sweeps the ball open side. Hasler, Cox goes back, gives it to Hasler. Hasler's up to the 10. He's 8 metres out from the line. Manly looking to draw first blood. Charlie Haggart, he's over. Oh, that's fragile defence by Balmain. Terrible defence by the Tigers. But Charlie Haggart, the man who is filling the very big shoes of Malcolm Cochrane, simply got out from dummy half. He went straight through the intended tackle of one Balmain player. I think it was Gary Jack. It was Gary Jack. See it head on. Hardwick couldn't hold him. And there's the first points of the day.
There are some important things to come out of this try by Manly. Haggart was a long way out, something like 8 metres, but there were no Balmain forwards formed up around the ruck area at all. It was left to the fullback, Gary Jack, to make that tackle.
Almost in front. He keeps his head down, and he's got it. Well, there's a confidence booster both for Cleal and for Manly. Daly got his pass away. Well, that's excellent work, because 3 Tigers, they let go with very heavy tackles, and it included Roach and Hemsley, and Daly still got the ball to Haggart, who at the moment is having an absolute ripper of a game. Lyons gets the ball away to Hasler. Hasler on to Cox. Cox finds an opening. He spurts through it, but now he's tackled. Gets his pass away to Lyons, and it's a high ball to Blake. Blake grubber kicks ahead. Here's a try for Manly. Yes, Dale Shearer. All so easy. Dale Shearer scores for the Eagles, their second of the day. This is how it happened. Cliff Lyons got it away to Hasler. Hasler to Cox. He got inside and between, and then he looked as though he was gone here, but somehow he got the ball out the back, and it was swept away for this man Phil Blake to put the grubber kick ahead. And Dale Shearer actually elbowed Blake out of the road. He said, "Excuse me, Phil, you've done your job. I'll take over now." And here's the ball coming out against the feed, won by the... Gale! Gale takes off! Oh, he's going to score! The easiest of tries! Scott Gale, he had to pull out the classic try on Tuesday night to snuff the Bears out. And here today, it seems like he may, if there was any way of Balmain coming back, he had to do something right at this point in time. But it all came so easily for him. Scott Gale, the halfback for Balmain.
Scrums are probably one of the few situations in modern rugby league where players mark up one-on-one. Here we can see the fact that Des Hasler's carrying a groin injury. Scott Gale decided to take him on. He was able to beat Hasler for pace on the outside. The other players in the defensive line stayed out on their man rather than come in, and Gale goes over to cross under the black dot.
Conlon gets the extras, and the scoreline at the Sydney Cricket Ground is 12 points to 6 in favour of Manly over Balmain.
It's more like the Balmain we saw in the last 2 matches. They made sure of their tackles and drove the opposition back.
Cleal outside the 40, gets his pass away, and it's Phil Blake. Blake, he's over the 22, he has to regather, and it came off Davidson, I thought. So it'll be a scrum about 5 metres out from the Balmain line.
Phil Blake should never have passed that ball. The Balmain defence was coming across, but had he looked on the inside, he'd have found Des Hasler. He was looming up in support. Hasler was unmarked and going to cross between the uprights. Blake didn't see him, kicked ahead and was unable to regather the ball.
And put down on the 4th, about 10 metres out from the Manly line. Benny Elias across the ground. Sirenen. Oh, this big man, this young giant has gone over to score. Oh boy, well, if you thought Balmain were opening up earlier in the day, Manly have certainly obliged in a similar manner. Have a look at this big man that only minutes ago I was talking about. In fact, I may have gone a bit heavy in suggesting a kangaroo tour, but he absolutely busted his way over the Manly defensive line, and that's the equaliser.
It was a great ball by Benny Elias. He skipped out of dummy half, picked up Sirenin on the fly, and one can only ask the question now, has the tide turned?
There it is again. He went straight through Cliffy Lyons. But look, I'm not being critical of Lyons. With this bloke motoring, Sirenin, I don't know what it would take to stop him. Conversion by Conlon, and as I suggested, that's the equaliser. 12 points all at the Sydney Cricket Ground. And that's the second tackle for the Tigers as Benny Elias looks for Gale, gives it to him, runs around him, throws the dummy, goes himself. Benny Elias has scored. Little Benny Elias goes in to score the third try for Balmain. Well, Tiger, as Mr. Nichols is down there encouraging the fans to scream at the top of their voices. Benny Elias, he took the runaround pass through the dummy, went through the defence, and in he went to score.
Early in this match, it was Balmain's turn to miss tackles, but Manly have now taken over that man. Now, Elias did nothing here. He faked a little bit on the outside, but he had to go through 1, 2 Manly defenders, was hit as he was about to be hit by Gurr as he crossed the line, but Gurr was far too late.
Well, what an incredible game as Conlon converts and Balmain lead by 18 to 12. Pulled down by Paul Vorton and Dale Shearer. The ball played back to Benny Elias. The runaround is on and he dummies. Goes himself. Gale is very close to the line. Roach is screaming. He's saying, oh, why didn't you give it to me? Back for the drop goal by Benny Elias. This time they will not deny him. Elias makes it 19 points to 12. Haslett again. This time he's got a good heel and has come away out to Cliffy Lyons. Lyons on Bridge on. He punched the ball out. It's come down from Conlon and inside to Bevan back to Bridge. Well, I would have thought Conlon was offside there. There's no doubt that Bridge punched the ball from the Manly player's grasp. This is Gale, who's 6 metres out from the Manly line. Now, he's put him off. He has sent Cliff Lyons off the field of play. No sin bin. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm dirty on Lyons, but if you're going to throw knees in the game and you get sent off, well, you've just bought off your own, you've bought your penalty straight away. Scoreline rolls over. Balmain 21, Manly 12. Played back to Bill Hardy. Haslett from blind side to open. Cleel goes back to the blind. Cleel. Haggett! Oh, the ball to Hasler! Hasler scores the try for Manly. Gardner is complaining about a forward pass. I've got to be honest with you, we're looking at them from a rear vision in the commentary box. It was a simple switch of play by the Eagles. Noel Cleel got rid of Schofield. He took the tackle, gave it to Haggett. Haggett got the pass away to Hasler, and Hasler went in beside the upright to score the try.
A planned move by Manly that opened up this hole. It was a switch by Hasler back to Cleel. He was running into a bit of a gap. He was able to get away from Schofield, another Balmain defence, onto Haggett. He'd done a good job because he'd been the dummy half, backing up, fired the ball back onto Hasler, and he did the rest.
Cleel now gets the extras, and the Eagles are clawing their way back into it. At 21 points to 18, the Tigers leading. Right in front of the sticks, he's 5 metres out. Elias dummies once, gives it to Roach. Roach, where is it? He's still got it. One-hander, it's a try! Oh, Steve Roach! That was a magical ball! That was a Houdini! And then Steve Roach said, here it is here. Mr. Davidson, it's yours. And he flies it out. Look at it. Look at that, Bill. That's unbelievable stuff. I know they're a player down.
You see here the value of a big man standing in a tackle. When Roach was able to prop himself, it meant that a couple of Balmain defenders had to come in to try to finish him off. Ronson was one of them. He was, of course, the winger who was marking Davidson. That left Davidson exposed. Long pass from Roach. There you have it.
There she goes. He likes it. It's coming around, but it didn't come around quickly enough. 25-18 in favour of Balmain over Manly. Manly playing with 12 men. Yes, it's 4 tackles now for Manly. It's Balmain leading 25-18 as Big Cleel puts it down. It's come down to Haggett. And here's a try for Gurr. The Eagles are in to score in the Paddington corner, making the score 25-22. What a game. What an incredible semi-final. It probably wouldn't rate very highly on the scale of defence, but as far as some sensational attack football is concerned, then it certainly has pleased the crowd here today.
This is the most topsy-turvy game of rugby league you'd ever want to see. The play's down at one end of the field 1 minute, and then after a succession of mistakes, it just seems to force its way back up to the other. Here the ball was going anywhere. I don't think the Manly players knew where it was going, but it was finally picked up by Haggett. He got it onto Gurr. Gurr had support, but he didn't need it. He was able to cross and do it himself, and Manly is still in this match.
So Manly trailing now by just 3 points. Of course, Cleel could well kick this, which would make it 25-24. And then we'll return to that question I asked you earlier. I wonder how important that drop goal of Benny Elias may prove to be. Cleel gets it away all right, but it's wide of the uprights. And it's 25-22 still in favour of the Tigers with 8 1/4 minutes to go. Gale has set himself in a position where he may go for a drop goal, but I doubt it. It's come across the face and then on from Bevan to Schofield. Schofield inside, and David Brooks. Brooks scores for Balmain. Balmain survived the sudden death semi-final with this victory over Manly this afternoon. That was the sealer. David Brooks, the try scorer, and Manly trailing now 29-22. Frank Stanton still giving instructions, but Gary Schofield got a great pass on the inside for David Brooks. The ball went floating across the line. He took Stuart Davis, got the ball inside. David Brooks was backing up, and he goes in to score against the Eagles in the dying seconds of the match to set the seal on this sudden death semi-final.
With Manly always a man down, Balmain, if they were to stretch the ball, we're always going to find them short. Schofield here headed for the corner post. He was hemmed in, but he just fired the ball back inside to Brooks. He did a good second rower's job in backing up. And there you have it. Balmain again to go through to fight again next weekend.
Here's the kick by Conlon just inside the quarter line. Looked, just getting away. So no change, 29-22 in favour of Balmain over Manly. Played by Conlon, and now going away with it is Schofield. Inside the 32-metre line, it's all over. The Tigers have won it. Balmain have taken it out. The playoff on Tuesday, and now the first of the sudden death semi-finals today. Balmain 29, Manly 22, and for Balmain, Gale, Sirinen, Elias, Davidson and Brooks scored the tries. Conlon kicked 4 goals. Elias kicked a drop goal. And for Manly, Haggett, Shearer, Hasler and Gurr the tries, and Cleel kicked 3 goals. 29-22 in favour of the Tigers.